National Museum Center in Lagos serves as a vital cultural and historical resources for both Nigeria's and international visitors, promoting education, culture, and cultural reservations. So culture is life. Culture is a way of living. So if you are watching this video, watch it to the very end, and at the end of it, you're going to learn a lot more from this video. Please ensure to subscribe to this YouTube channel. All we do is exploring new places, taking you around the world.
So every object here, the only object that comes before Christ is the norm. Any other object, it was after the death of Christ. And the most recent among them is the Benin, which is about 2,000 years old. So this is an Ife bronze head. So the head of an Oni of Ife. And the Oni is the ancestral king or the representative of the gods in Yoruba land, who is also the king, who is the spiritual head of the Yoruba. So when you look at this object, it's depicting the royalty of the king. You can see his crown, the beads around his neck and the right. So that is what it's talking about. Is it secondary? Okay. You look at the forehead, you see perforated O's, and then the mustache area, you see O's there. So in Yoruba land, they do not say a king is dead. They say a king Obati Waja. That means the king has translated to see with his ancestral guys. So that is what they do. So by the time they announce to the people that the king is dead, they must have buried the king himself.
So they buried him before they announced.
Yes, they will now consume this object to look exactly as the king that is dead. In India, is the mother of the 16th Oba of Benin, Oba Esidi. So, and there's a tradition in old Benin kingdom that when a king is about to be coronated, if the mother is still alive, they will have to kill the mother. Do you know that? Yes. So in this case, this Oba decided not to kill his mother, and that led to another tradition in the town, because a new position was instituted, that is the Yoba, that is the Queen Mother. And then the palace of the Queen Mother is in the Iselu, And in the Benin Kingdom, when a king is coronated, they also make a memorial head in his name. And then Elephant talks, that is when a king, a hunter in Benin Kingdom in those days kill an elephant. The elephant talks, one of it is donated to the kingdom. And that is what they used to document every event that happened during the reign of the Oba. What we mean by terracotta, we mean fired clay. So this object is made of clay. But the difference between it is that it is put inside fire so that it will last long, it will be firm. That is what they call terracotta.
What is it used for?
So this particular object is used for grave marking. Grave marking.
Grave.
Yes. Like you bury your dead, you have to place it there to identify the place. That is what those people in North village in Kaduna South local government. The museum that was established was in Kwara State. Because of the discovery of this state there. And the town is called Esie. And that's why the object is called Esie. To come in contact with water, it floats.
Are you sure?
Yes.
So if I add water
now, it will bubble
to come back.
Yes. Roku objects. Roku objects are objects found in Oka local government area of Anambra State. They are objects that were found by a man called Isaiah Anozie. So the man in the year 1938 was digging at the back of his home, and after digging he now found some objects. So he didn't know what they meant or what it's used for, but he was just digging randomly at the back of his house. And staff of office So everything you see here is about true
And type of office.
and the stamp of office in Benin Kingdom. And Benin, one thing that is unique about Benin, I don't know if that tradition has changed. In Benin Kingdom, they do not document by writing. They document by inscripting on objects.
Yeah.
They don't document by writing. They will rather carve something, a wood, a flag, a wall.
Yeah.
That's how they document their history. And you can see this masterpiece to the God give me. And then this particular one is Igbo, is from the Igbo land, and it's called Oche wine.
Okay, the Igbo people gave it to.
It's a name.
Okay,
No, this particular one, the name of this tree is called Oche wine. In Igbo land, when a woman gives birth to 10 to 12 children, the husband will appreciate her by giving her his tree.
Oh.
Yes. This tool is only the woman that sits on it.
Only the woman, not the man.
Nobody, it's only that woman that is given to. And she takes it anywhere she goes to. A different king has their own staff of office. Understand it? Yeah. I know the purpose of the staff now. This is the Yoruba's own. We have the metal crown for the Calabari, all those sides, that riverine area.
Yeah.
That's what they use. And then we have Tuban, worn by emirs in the northern region. Then we have the beaded crown of the Yoruba origin, and then this is conical crown for the Ata of Igala. Okay. So Ata is a title name for a king in Igala. Igala is found in Kogi State. Okay. And this is their crown, and you can see the current Ata of Igalas.
Okay, that's the current.
Yes. And then a member of that society, you understand what they say by the virtue of the kind of way they are acting. So if you tell you that you announce the death of a king, the lady to also announce the arrival of a baby. Maybe a new dog will be born into the society. How about you? Have you seen Gandhi Stone before? Okay. Maybe you are a Lagosian, you know it. So we have clay pots. Also, we use for water storage, the one that are very close now. So when you put it inside this one, you put it where you are cooking. So the smoke that is coming out, you'll be eating it and you will dry it. Wow. Of life. So what this basically means is that there is a time to be born, there's a time to die. So this was signifies that it's rounding, it's moving around. So it's a cycle of life. So this place talks about our divination, how we use divination to solve our infertility issues. Maybe a man and a woman are having difficulties in getting married, and then they will visit the Ifa priest. The Ifa priest will do consultation for them, and then tell them the problem, and then tell them the solution. So that's what this place talks about. Used to take care of the baby. You have a jar. When you back your baby, it's what you use to support it, because we don't have baby carrier in those days, unlike now. So we have wooden doll, because we don't have a Cartoon Network that children can watch to play. We make doll for them so that they will be playing with the doll. You get. Then we have the first bath that the child will be having. You have palm oil, they rub it on the body of the baby. Yes. Then black soap, they will use it to bath the baby. And then use shea butter to rub on the body of the baby. It prevents body odor and body rashes for the child. And then if the child is exposed to too much cold and the child is suffering from convulsion, they will give cane oil, adin. I don't know what they call it. So this is the rite of passage from one stage of life to another. A child that has just been born, the first initiation they do for that child is to give the child a name. Because in our culture, the name given to a child has the ability to influence what that child will become, positively or negatively. So we don't just give names, we give names that has the ability to influence what we become according to our culture. And so when we are giving names, there must be some items that will be present, like salt, like alligator pepper, like honey, like cola nut, like bitter cola, like cornmeal, like uzu, like osun, canwood, or dry lali leaf. These items must be present while we give names to our children. It's how we learn and how we acquire knowledge, wisdom. However, because we don't have formal education in those days, we don't go to school. You know, we learn by imitation. My father is a farmer, I learned farming from him. My mother is a trader, I will learn trading from her. So as an adult, we must have a home. And we have the three major tribes in Nigeria, the Hausa, the Igbo, and the Yoruba alt. This is the Hausa alt and all the house utensils that must be present for the Igbos. Yoruba alt. Also, as an adult, this is war garment. For protection from being killed.
Wow.
That one of our head of states was riding in. His name is Martinez, where he was assassinated on the 10th day of February 1976 around Federal Secretariat in Kogi. His official car was ambushed by a group of soldiers led by a man called Lieutenant Colonel Buka Suka Dinka. That was the name. Yes. If you look around the car, you see bullet holes. From the windscreen, you see bullet holes. Some of the windows of the car were broken. Broken through bullets. Our head of state was killed while he was inside his car on the 13th day of February 1976. There were 4 people in the car. The driver, Adamu Mishika, was also killed. The head of state, General Murtala Mohammed, was killed. His ADC, Akintude Akinsenyiwa, was also killed. Only one person survived, and that's Michael Otuwe, and he's from Igala. He's the orderly to the head of state. He was sitting down in front. So he was not killed. He escaped, even though the bullet touched him, but he survived. Pre-colonial period. So this is when there's nothing called Nigeria during this period. So what we had was empires. And you know that we have Oyo Empire, we have Benin Empire, we have Sokoto Caliphate, we have various kingdoms headed by kings. So we have some of the kings that were ruling during this time. There's nothing called Nigeria during pre-colonial period. It was by a woman named Lady Flora Shaw, a Briton, who later got married to the first colonial administrator, Frederick Lord Lugard. There were 8 of them in numbers that ruled Nigeria from 1914 to 1960. Lugard was the first, James Robertson was the last. And by 1960, October 1st, we became an independent country and we adopted a parliamentary system of government. Abubakar Tafawa Balewa became the first prime minister. Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, the first president. While they ruled in Lagos State at that time, which was the capital. We have regions headed by Premier, Ahmadu Bello, Northern Region, Obafemi Awolowo, Western Region, Dennis Osadebe, Midwest Region, and Michael Okpara, Eastern Region. By 1966, there was a military coup in 1966, January 15, that led to the death of 22 people, including Tafawa Balewa, the Prime Minister, Ahmadu Bello, the Minister for the Premier for Northern Region, Ladoke Akintola, the Premier for Western Region, the Minister for Finance also killed, Festus Okote. Then, after him, we then had General Murtala Ramat Mohammed, the man that was killed while he was in this car. And this man was the one I called Lieutenant Colonel Buka Suka Dinka, the one that led the group of soldiers that killed him. He was the one that led soldiers to assassinate our head of state. And after the death of Murtala, General Olusegun Obasanjo, after Obasanjo, Alhaji Shehu Shagari, after Shagari,
Baba
General Bubu Muhammadu Buhari, after Buhari, Ibrahim Babangida, after Babangida, Chief Ernest Shonekan, after Shonekan,
General Sani Abacha. After Abacha, General Absalam Abubakar. After Abubakar, we now return back to civilian government in 1999. Olusegun Obasanjo, now a president instead of head of state. Then after him, Umaru Musa Yar'Adua. After Yar'Adua, Dr. Goodluck Jonathan.
The present.
After Jonathan, Buhari came in 2015 as a president. And then after Buhari,
That was the second time of
yes.